Right.
Now, I also brought my blue belt. My blue belt here, I hated this belt. There was a lot of struggles here.
Really?
A lot of struggles here.
Tell me some struggles. Patrick Dawson, welcome to the podcast, buddy.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. So what's cracking, man? How was your day?
Pretty good day, man. Did the IT stuff for work and then just kind of relax. And, today was the first time my daughter ever rode home on a school bus, so we were excited about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That shit.
I was 12 years old today.
Was she like excited about doing it?
Excited. She was a car rider her whole life, and today was the first day she ever got on a bus to come home.
Well, that's like, East always talks about it. I'm scared shitless as a parent to be like,
oh, yeah.
I don't know if I could do it. Well, you guys are right there, right? Her school's not far.
She's probably the third or fourth to get off, but like I'm trying to track her. Her phone died sometime during school, and so I can't track her. But they got this. Here comes the bus app, and you can see where she's at. And so we got that, and then saying she's at my front door. So
now, do they let the kids? How is it with cell phones at schools now? I mean, like
turn it completely off.
So they don't allow nothing.
They'll take it away. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I'm sure you can during breaks, but I don't imagine they have many. A couple minutes between classes or whatever, in sixth grade, and maybe at lunch. But this is not worth it. So just in case of emergency, kind of thing.
So she knows, like, if some shit goes down, pop that motherfucker on.
That right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When did she start? Like, when did you guys start allowing her to have it? Or
sixth grade was the rule. Sixth grade.
So sixth grade, she could carry it.
Mm-hmm. And she had it all summer. So right after she finished fifth, she got that because it was all iPad until then.
Right.
And then, when we were at dinner or lunch or whatever, she'd always ask for her phone, and I was like, okay, it's time to get her on.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Now, can you do like parental controls on there, and you can monitor it?
You better do that.
What's that app that my buddy has it for his daughter? Is there like a parent?
There's multiple. We use Bark. Bark is pretty good.
That might be what he said. Something that, but you can monitor. What does it allow you to monitor?
The text and screen time, along with what she's browsing on the internet. Like
really,
everything's pretty much denied until you allow it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's nice.
And screen time, like if I don't want it to play after like 8:30, it'll shut it off.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Mm-hmm. And you guys like monitor it pretty closely, obviously. When she does have it,
it'll send you stuff. Like they can't disable it without you knowing. I mean, if her iPhone loses power, then it sends you a notice, and then it's only like $100 a month, $100 a year. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
You can put it on multiple devices, like their iPads, and you can add it to their browser on their computer, so they can't browse with certain things. But yeah, you better.
Like as far as because I know they're starting to like use iPads and stuff at the school. I mean, strictly for Easton's classes and things like that. Do they do the same thing at y'all's? Like, is there times where they do use them, or
are you talking about for school? Like
supplied? Like supplied, or are they doing that?
They
in
would
school
harden
now?
it. Yeah, I'm sure they do. They would harden it themselves. It's like hardening the device is kind of locking it down. Parental controls. Not able to browse certain things on the internet, and so forth, and so yes, but this was her iPad was her personal device, and that's where you gotta be careful within like Roblox, the chatting and stuff like that. But
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta be honest.
It's a little bit different world.
It is
in where we're at when we grew up.
Oh yeah,
compared to now, as far as like kids using these phones. I mean, it's like you could easily get infiltrated by.
It doesn't take long.
Some type of something.
It's very easy to like, okay, here, and just kind of throw caution in the wind, and then, and then just
it's kind of scary, right?
It is scary.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I don't know. I mean, like, so Easton really hasn't been and was never an iPad baby. Like, we didn't just throw the iPad at him, like really rarely. And then all of a sudden, recently. Now he's starting to figure, and he's learning it from school because they use the iPads only for schoolwork. But now he likes computers, which I'm okay with, and or technology, I should say. But dude, like, I don't know, man. It was like 2 hours sitting there watching the thing. I mean, it was like Jujutsu last night. We go to the competition training, and it was two guys that showed up. It was Steve and me. So fuck all y'all for didn't showing up last night. You bunch of bitches. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so it was like private. It was nice. But he's over there. He was on it, and I'm just like, damn, like it's just like kind of bugging me. You know what I mean?
It's really easy to do. I mean, because you know, you want to be occupied at the same time, learn something, and it's like, man, it's just really easy to give it to him to let babysit kind of thing.
Literally,
It really is.
and now he's getting to be kind of a little bit of a whiz. So he's starting to play Minecraft,
Yes.
and all these other games, and it's like, oh no, like, so now, but controlling the amount of time he's using it by, we kind of use it as like okay, if you just don't stop doing what you're doing, you're acting up, your attitude's shit.
Oh yeah.
No, zero screen time, you're done. You know what I mean? Oops. You know what I mean?
The great thing for you is that stuff ties to your iPhone, to your phone. You could shut it down right then.
Well, see, I think that's what we need to get on.
You do.
Taylor does. She's better at it than me. When it comes to technology stuff, I'm still like learning. I'm very dumb at it. And my dad was a freaking engineer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I didn't get that. I didn't get that gene, dude. But now he loves math, that kind of world. So I'm hoping, he picks up on that.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but dude, I wanted you to come on here, and we've been talking about this. First, I want to say congratulations on earning your black belt. I've been training with you for quite a few years now, and we've definitely had some battles in the gym.
Yes, we have.
I've seen you. You're so technical and good at jujitsu, whether you want to hear it or not, that like I've seen the game for you change in a completely like new way of jujitsu. And what I mean by that is like, were you there when we were talking about the struggle? Like, I don't think you were there actually. It was last night. We were talking about these phases in jujitsu, and like I was telling Steve, I was like, man, like I feel like I have just reached kind of this plateau. Like I feel like kind of like I feel dumb. Like I feel like my jiu-jitsu just hasn't like as much training as I've been doing lately. I just feel like I'm just like really like it's. And so he was telling me it's my head. It's what I'm thinking. And so we were going through like these phases of belts and stuff like that. And like, brand new, you just got your black belt Saturday. Well, first tell me how excited you were for that. And like, tell me like how that felt, man.
Man, honestly, it was overwhelming. First, I got that award for the 15-year.
Oh, that's right. You got that too.
I was not, I didn't know. I was like, 15 years, who's that? And next thing you know, my name's called. And that was something for me because I've had some pauses in my training and I never really knew how much time I took off. But that told me because I started in late 2008 and being 15 years means I took a total of 2 years off, I think 2 to 3 years off.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I got married, I've been married 17 years, around 2 years, right?
Right.
So that helped me with that math. But when, there was nothing like your name being called up there and all emotion and like that just hit me at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like that story, like, life flashed before your eyes. Man, it hit fast, and it reminded me of some things of, of my past. And that day may not have been possible at one time, and it was emotional, but I was so glad to do it with my friends,
Yeah.
the jiu-jitsu guys and all my instructors and all the other black belts that came before me. That was really nice.
Yeah. It's like, every time someone that I've trained with, when we do these things and they get promoted, I always have like a deep sense of respect, and you almost start tearing up, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, damn, like that's how much I care about, jiu-jitsu and my team and the guys that I train with, because I know how fucking difficult this sport is, and especially for you, we've become pretty good friends and our kids did a little wrestling together. And, you know, so to just see a friend of yours, like, I know what it's taken. I've seen it. You know what I mean? The hours of training, you know, the relentlessness. I've seen the first time actually I got to know you was when we went to the U.S. grappling when it was around. It's no longer around. And I saw you compete, you know, for the first time, and I was like, "Wow, this is fuck." You were literally the first person I saw compete ever. I've never seen anyone compete in jiu-jitsu at the time besides watching like UFC and shit like that. I didn't know anything really about it. I did, but I didn't know the whole competition thing. Like I started jiu-jitsu back in what was like 05, 06, you know, and I was just a guy who just would jump around and I didn't take it seriously. So almost don't count it, but I did train. But just like where that emotion is just like, holy shit, dude, this is powerful stuff. I mean, would you agree that this is just like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, I mean, what is it? What makes it that connection?
Okay, I could kind of tell you how many people have quit since you started.
A lot.
Okay, same here.
Yeah.
And now, you know, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt is one of the most coveted black belts that I know of in any martial art.
Right.
And to me, you're like a 1% over 1% kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when it was I took a lot of pride in that day, and man, I made sure my kids saw my name on my belt. Like, this is us. This isn't just me. This is us. We did this, you know, kind of thing. So
yeah, it was just super emotional, and like just how happy people were for you, and just like I don't know, man. It's like, you know, like I guess the longer I'm staying around and continuing to train, it's just like you kind of grow with the sport, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just a part of your life, and every day you're there. You know what I mean? You're sacrificing time with your family. You know, they're completely involved. You know what I mean? In my view.
Well, think about this too, Sean. Is that, you know, look, yes, the belts. You know, we started. I remember when you were a white belt, and I think I might have been a blue belt when you started. Look how much you and I have both grown personally since then. Yeah. You know, I remember when you were at Slider.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Motherfuckers. No, I'm kidding.
No, look, you're doing a podcast, you know?
We having fun.
I know. But you know, we've both grown personally, you know, going through injuries and having babies and, you know, becoming adults and getting older together.
Yeah, it's crazy. Getting on TRT together. I always got to throw that in.
I was waiting how long it would take. I was like, how long is it going to take for him to throw that
All of a sudden, everyone shows up and they're fucking jacked to the moon. It's like, what the fuck? Everyone's really changed around here in 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No. But yeah, man. So take me through, like, where did you, I know you had kind of like a wrestling background too. Did you wrestle in high school, middle school, and stuff like that?
There was no middle school wrestling around here, but it was just high school. Yeah, never really had a passion for it. But the thing is, when the season was done, I was done with it too. And now I look back and was like, I hate that because I should have joined the club, and it's kind of kept on going year round. So, you know, your expectations can't be too high when the next season comes around and you haven't done anything for 8 months. So,
right.
But yeah, I started in there, and then it's kind of funny that you brought that up. So I don't know if you know how Professor and I actually met. So
no,
I was looking for this belt. I actually started with doing Taekwondo with a guy named Chris Penn at Taekwondo America in Greensboro. He was tied into that with Warren Davis and over there in Greensboro as well. And Professor was. And then he had his own school in High Point. Well, there was a tournament at Grimsley High School here, and then I saw him on the mat, you know, just kind of, I think one of his kids was competing or something like that. And I was like, man, there's Professor right there. Or actually, at the time, would have been Coach, because he was only a purple belt.
Oh, Steve. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So what year would this have been?
05, 06.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that was a long time ago. Wow.
Yeah. So the reason why I knew who he was, because in Taekwondo, I'm short. I'm only like 5'8", 5'9". And we had a 6'5" guy that could sidekick you from across the room. And I was like, if I could get my hands on you, it's going to change the game. And at that time, in between belts too, Mr. Penn would show like what's called leaping jujitsu, wrist locks, stuff like that.
Nice.
And then he would show a Kimura. every now and then. And then I was like, now I know my next step. Now I know my next step. But I felt like I should continue to get my black belt there. And as soon as I got my black belt, I was out. Went over there to High Point where on Paris Avenue where Professor was first. And I was there a couple months before he moved over to the current place. But that's how that part started. Yeah.
And then you just got hooked and you just started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, did you, how different was it then compared to like now?
Some of the stuff we used to do, I remember we used to jump guard. You like jump into you don't see that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
You'd standing and I grab and just jump. No. You're standing and I jump onto you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You don't see, there's no way that's going to happen.
Fuck that.
No. I remember during the summer, no-gi was at 5:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
In the morning?
No. In the afternoon.
Okay.
There was no noonday class. I don't think there was a Saturday class yet. And then Professor would actually roll with us and just scream, take your vitamin S and suck it up kind of thing. We would just roll and just get it, And at the time, there was no submissions on white belts. No, submissions by rank. It was like, you just go. There was,
Shit.
Yeah.
Can we bring that back, please?
But here's the thing, though. There's not many people hired in blue. I can think of two.
At the time.
Outside of Professor, yeah. At the time. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Think of two. And then the rest were just blue belts. And those blue belts would just put it on you. Like Gabe and Hayworth or a couple other guys. Just.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
And they were pretty young then, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because Gabe, how old is Gabe?
I think he's like a couple months younger than I am.
Okay, so y'all are about the same age then. Yeah.
No, I have no idea.
Because Hayworth is pretty young.
I don't know how old he is.
Yeah.
He might
He's
be
got to
40
be my
now.
age, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No idea. I remember when I started, Curcio was a 2-stripe white belt.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going against them savages?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. So you guys moved from Paris to the current school now.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is still at our school that you were training with then that kind of went onto the new school?
It'd be Gabe, Hayworth,
Curcio, Doc when he was around. I met him
when he was around. Yes,
he was there. He kind of stopped coming about maybe 6 months into me training.
Yeah, okay. That's about it, dude.
Yeah,
that's all I can think of.
So that's just that in itself shows how difficult it is to receive a black belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can I grab my bag real
Oh
quick?
yeah, absolutely, man. Don't be pulling no dildos out, dude. And hopefully your kids aren't watching this.
Oh my God, I didn't expect that comment today.
I'm kidding.
All right, so this, I brought my white belt. Now I'm sure you keep yours too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But dude, this to tell you how class was back then. Do you remember when we used to line up in the lines,
Yeah.
by rank?
Yeah.
There were some days, being a 4-stripe white belt, I was the top. I was the senior student.
Oh shit.
I know that was fun.
That's crazy.
That's why I love this belt. This was my favorite belt right here.
Really?
This is by far my favorite belt.
Right.
Because of those memories right there.
Wow.
Plus the memories of like where you started, how kind of a loose cannon you are.
So that is true. You almost go back to you get your black belt and you almost go back to feeling like a white belt again.
Well, I felt like a white belt on rank review night. That's for sure. Oh my gosh.
Because Steve had that ass for quite a while. He was hammering you for a while, dude. And you know what? I was, all for good reasons. I'd be laughing.
Well, the cool part is that I go to those rank reviews just to get used to the pace and the format. So
That's
I was
right.
ready. I was ready, and time just took care of itself.
Right.
It really did.
Right.
Now, I also brought my blue belt. My blue belt here. I hated this belt. There was a lot of struggles here.
Really?
A lot of struggles here.
Tell me some struggles.
Actually, I'm sorry, I messed up. You probably never saw this.
No, I wasn't around for this one. I was there for the stripes.
This is in between. This was implemented in between the white and the blue.
Really?
Yes.
What the hell?
Alan Brown and I were the first ones. So I went from a 4-stripe here to a 3-stripe here.
Really?
But this is
how long did you have to wear that for?
I don't know. I don't know, but you gotta think it wasn't
6 months.
maybe. I have no clue.
Okay.
That one, that's when it'd been really nice.
So
to
you're
write the
telling
dates
me
on
you're like a 7th degree white belt at the time?
probably sure. That's if you need to put it like that.
That's pretty cool.
But this right here is probably this was the first struggle right here. This is when I had, if you remember, like, and I'm not talking about just jujitsu. I'm talking about outside how we've grown kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just got married, and I didn't have any money. And my house was in a variable rate. If you remember those back
Where
in
they fluctuate or whatever.
Fluctuated, and it went up to 10%. The monthly fee for what at the time was called LDMA. It's not before Tiger Rock.
So that was LDMA. That's
Living Defense Martial Arts under
which
Danny
is-
Dream.
Yep.
And the monthly fee for school was $68.50.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't afford it.
Okay.
Just couldn't afford it.
Right.
And it kind of tells you what kind of struggles. I mean, my wife was just got her master's degree.
Right.
Wasn't working.
Right.
I wasn't making anything. I was like, I had to make good decisions. I got to get another job, kind of thing, to kind of move forward because just to eat.
Right.
And so that was rough. That was my first pause in the game right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so I'm gonna move on to my blue.
Right.
Blue happened in about second stripe right here. I found out that I had a herniated disc in C5. And, of course, we treated it with baclofen or muscle relaxers or something like that first. And then I go see, I think it was like an orthopedic. He's like, yeah, you need surgery. What they're going to do is remove the disc through your whatever and something like that. And I was like, okay, nope. It's like, I'm not doing it because that jiu-jitsu would have been over. And so just did some static stretching. Just constantly over time. I had this thing that was like 3 different bladders. You can kind of pump it up with like a blood pressure cuff kind of thing with the bulb.
Okay.
And it expanded your neck. And I would just sit there in front of the TV with an ice pack on my neck when my daughter's just playing all the way around me. And eventually it stopped hurting. And I was like, now I can go back.
Wow.
Go back. I avoided surgery.
Shit, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The sport's rough, dude.
Yeah.
And if you don't take care of yourself, you can get severely fucking injured. Mm-hmm. So you go from that, and then you had a little bit of a break, you said, or something?
I came back probably before, from like 3rd to 4th stripe is when I came back. And I was like, I'm not quitting again. That's it.
Gotcha.
And then, right after, I think it was during blue belt, probably Lincoln was born.
Okay.
Lincoln was born.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I think Easton was only a couple months, June?
Yeah.
Or May or June.
He's
right?
in May.
So Lincoln was born in September. Lincoln's birthday's tomorrow. He'll be 7 tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
you'd been there about a year or so. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I'm not quitting. I mean, even if I just went once a week or just on Saturday or something like that, just kind of keep it going, stay in there.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, no, I think I was done with school. I went back I got my associate's degree earlier, but I was like, just kind of keep it going. Keep the house under control.
Right.
Manageable because it takes 2 parents. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Cleaning bottles and scrubbing clothes.
Oh, yeah.
To spit up and whatever you got to do to keep it. But I was like, I'm not quitting. And then COVID happened. Right when I got my purple belt. Right when I said I wasn't going to quit again, here we go. I can't do anything about that.
Right.
So for me to go back, I actually jumped into the Pfizer COVID trial for the vaccine.
Yeah.
That was the agreement I made. I was like, if I do this, I'm going back.
Yeah.
And that's something that I agreed with my wife, and she agreed.
Yeah.
And that's how I got back into it. Now,
Yeah.
Would I do it again? I don't know. I really don't. But that's what I had to do at that time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I remember I started about, probably about 7 months or so prior to Easton being born. I had just started in like October. It was like you guys had like an in-house tournament or something at the time. Somewhere before there is like when I started with Steve. And yeah, you were a blue belt at the time. Remember
Yeah, I
that?
think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy how time flies, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then you, I watched you compete, and yeah, the thing is, man, it's just like I just made a post the other day about people constantly having these excuses. You know what I mean? And it's just like we've gotten in the habit as a society in America where there's just so many excuses. And I'm not saying everybody needs to go train jujitsu. It's not for everybody. I know that. But it's just like, watching guys that literally are getting plowed on the freaking mats day in and day out, week after week after week after week, injuries, all this kind of stuff, family, jobs, and never really having the excuse of like quitting. I wouldn't say that. In my opinion, I don't think you quit. I think you just have life things going on, and it'll always be there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so you were able to make it to a level that very few people make it to that.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people that have come in and out since I've just been there, it's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
It is crazy.
Full on like training 5 days a week, and like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like I'm like, damn, this dude's gonna be, and then poof, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Wondering what that is. But hey, you never know. They could come back. I don't know.
Yeah. Like you said, the door's always open,
Yeah.
Do you remember when Professor actually had the college students in there from HPU? He actually
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to teach class?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those guys would hang around for a while.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's stayed there, but
No.
that I've seen at least.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's like, so what's next? You know what I mean? Continue to keep training. What do you have in store for
me?
Yeah.
Take care of my body.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Okay, keep eating healthy, man. I want to be able to wipe my ass at 90 years old.
Yeah.
That's a goal of mine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just eating right. Like we talk about all the time, you and I are eating right and just doing the right things, and stay away from sodas and seed oils and whatever. And
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Taking care of my family, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they I seen someone post the other day, they posted of how they felt it was like the most important part of training was training with the black belts. And I kind of felt some type of way about that because I believe that the most important person in the room is the white belt, in my personal opinion. I think, yes, the black belt is the highest level, the purple belt's high. All of them are great. And again, at the end of the day, belts don't really matter. And as the more you continue to train, they're significant to yourself, but they're not like, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to get, and you should be focusing on training and getting better as a human being, in my opinion. But I just feel like I don't think that it's really expressed enough that the most important person in there is the white belt. Their very first day, just look at how we've changed. You know what I mean? And I think the sport of jiu-jitsu really elevates people's lives. You know what I mean? And I think, to me, that's super important, So what do you think about that?
I totally agree with you. Well, as far as they're important. Absolutely. They're your bloodline. They're the next people that come up. Now, you want them to obviously stay around, and that's why the rules are in place for submission by rank. And I get it. I really do get it, because you can change somebody's life. You can war somebody a little bit too rough on their first day.
Yeah.
They're not coming back.
No.
So it's very important. Those rules are in place for a reason. I get it.
Yeah.
And yeah, but look also how I don't know what you've done, but like I said, in our own personal lives, I remember like those belts I just showed you. I was still drinking here. On the weekends or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I remember going, okay, for me to get my blue belt, I need to stop doing this. Okay, just cardio's trash or whatever. I'm not taking myself seriously. I need to grow up a little bit.
Right.
And then, so I just moved it to just the weekends. And then eventually I was like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
So what you do off the mat is the same as important. As most important as you are doing the stuff on the mat.
Yeah,
that makes
for
sense.
sure.
Really is. Lifting weights, taking creatine, eating correctly, not drinking, not smoking.
Yeah. So how's your diet changed since you've started? Like you're talking about not drinking anymore, or just and it's a slow progression, right? It's not just like boom, I'm going to change everything tonight.
That's a very good point, because if you did that like that instant, you just dropped everything, I think your chances of failing are high.
Yeah.
So eventually we started with alcohol. Okay. Then it moved to I think the day right before my son was born, I remember buying my last soda. My last Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, or whatever it was.
Damn, they're good though.
Man. Yeah, I'm sure they are, but it's like I haven't had but maybe a sip from in about almost 7 years now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I know.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Yeah, and then then you listen to to some of the dietitians in the class, the self-made dietitians. Chicken or rice.
Yeah.
Like, and that's good.
Yeah.
And when you recognize that, hey, maybe inflammation is not doing me much. I don't want that anymore.
Right.
When you wake up and your hands are swollen because all the salt you ate or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's something to feeling good,
Yeah. Well, I mean, my thing is like, if you don't know something, just say you don't know something and go find someone that knows something about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
something other than the internet, maybe, or TikTok.
Right. Yeah. I mean, sit down and find someone that you can trust. Like, like I know last year and a half, 2 years, Phil and Kolarchik over there at Phoenix Edge and Michelle Green have really helped me out significantly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you started going there, and you I think you might have been the one that introduced me to them. You and Jacob.
Jacob was first, then it was me, and then kind of follow suit after that. Yeah,
exactly. And they've played a big role in my life.
Have you seen where they're moving to?
So yeah. Kind of. I didn't drive by there, but a buddy of mine's just finished, actually, did all the painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He sees Phil as well. And they're getting ready to. Have you been there?
I know exactly where it is.
Where's it by? It's right down by the.
You know where Penn Station is on 68? Do you know where like Barbaritos is? Right there. It's right in that.
Apparently, it's huge.
Oh yeah, it's like probably 4 times their size of what they currently.
Shit.
Yeah, they need it, dude.
Dude,
you've seen how much they've grown since we've started.
Bro.
I turn on everybody that I can to it.
Yeah, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the biggest thing was when I was like, holy shit, this is massive, was when we came back from like a long weekend and the fucking line was like, because everyone missed their Monday shots. Yeah. And I was like, this is crazy.
That is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't, I took the path of not getting on it at first, but I'm glad that I am now, for sure.
Yeah, dude. I remember you used to call us cheaters. Wait, buddy.
Oh, probably did.
Just wait.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Didn't know what I was talking about.
But it's kind of hard to explain to some people. They get this, they have this idea of like what steroids was in like the 80s and the football players and the testicular cancer. And it's like, no. Not even close.
No. I mean, I went down the whole, like, researching it, though. Like, I didn't know what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, I didn't know what I was talking about. Okay, I need to find out what the fuck this really is about. Mm-hmm. And then going down the rabbit hole and listening and being like, okay, yeah, I'm completely wrong. Because it's, TRT or HRT, whatever you want to call it. I think they call it HRT, so it doesn't sound like it's...
Like the HRT was more like on the women's side where they do
like
the
HRT?
pellets and,
Yeah.
I think, and it could be wrapped in
hormone replacement therapy, testosterone replacement therapy. Yeah. I guess it's like, because essentially it's just a hormone. It's not
like
you make it, so it's not really on steroids, but you are.
There you are. Let's go ahead and call a spade a spade. There you are.
I mean, it is, but
it's the very low level. Yeah.
But if you talk to Phil, he'll be like, no, it's not. Like, he's like dead serious. He's like, but I get it. It's,
It all depends on who you talk to.
True. Yeah. Well, just blasted. Like, this is fucking crazy. It's just funny to me.
It is funny.
It's hilarious because it's you don't realize how shitty you've been feeling till you don't feel like shit anymore.
Yes.
What do you think the biggest thing that you've got out of being on TRT, that you've seen how long? A couple years,
2.5 years now.
Yeah. So like, what's the biggest thing you think you've seen out of
Getting
it?
off the damn couch, brother. When I get home, I don't hit that couch. It's like, what do I do? What do I need to do to keep my house in order? Do I need to do the yard, or clean the dishes in the sink? Anything other than putting my butt on the couch and watching whatever show. That's what I really enjoy about it.
Yeah. What about sleep?
I don't have good sleep.
You don't have good sleep? Really?
I haven't for some time. I have a CPAP. I don't have a problem going to sleep, but I have a problem staying asleep.
Really?
Like, around between 2 and 4, I always wake up.
Gotcha.
And like, I might stay up for an hour and two. And for years when I was like single, I'd fall asleep with the TV on. So it kind of, I don't know what, drown out my own voices and others, trying to figure out if I lost something during the day or something like that.
It's terrible.
Trying to figure out some kind of problem I was trying to figure, work on. Or it's like, hey, let's talk about this at 2 a.m. Great. So then I'm up, and then I turn on the TV and drown out those noises, and then eventually wear my brain out till I can go back to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the worst. I have the same. Well, I don't now. I don't have that anymore. And I think a lot of it, so it's just a combination of eating better, being on, TRT, training. Ice baths have been a big one for me. And I think the ice baths are basically getting rid of like all the cortisol in your brain, all the kind of stress that happens, So I notice the days that I do, like I did one today, that night I'll sleep like really like a lot better.
Oh, you did one today? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I try to do it 3 days a week.
Before you went to work?
No, I did it when I got home today.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Because I knew we were going to do this tonight, and I was like, okay, cool. I need to like get all the crap out of me, and it does. It just like, to me, I mean, and again, it's over time. It's not like you get consistent with it. You really start seeing benefits from it, because I'm like listening to my body and how things are feeling. I mean, you felt pretty fucking.
Man,
it's
I
one of those
try
things.
To explain it to my
It's
wife.
it's like going to jiu-jitsu for the first time. You're not really sure what the hell is happening, and you're not really sure until you start doing it, and then you're like, okay, like I see the benefits of what's happening.
Well, I'm definitely a hot person. Like, I like the hot therapy versus the cold therapy. I like this sauna at Sports Center that's right behind Tiger Rock. That thing's 180, and I'll sit 20 minutes.
Is that where you work out at?
Yeah,
is it nice?
I like it.
Really,
I like it a lot. Keeps it clean, and Chris King runs it. He does a great job.
Chris King?
Yeah, you may not. He's a good person.
Oh, cool.
He's the manager there, and they got some good people. Big Tall Adam goes out there.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay.
And they got a good place, man. But like, man, I'll sit in that thing 20 minutes with I've done it with a sauna suit on for 20 minutes.
Fuck that.
And remember, I'll sit there and watch my heart rate like 170. I don't do that very often, but sit in there. But to think about all the lactic acid that we build up in our body, it's like
gone,
done. It's
really?
right out.
See, I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, buddy. Now, if you're building muscle, it's not the smartest thing to do to go right in there because you're just burning it off right then. But burn off all the benefits you just did by lifting weights. Now, like if I lifted yesterday and then go into it today to get the soreness out, that's where it's at right there.
Right. No, I definitely can tell. Like if I've definitely, I mean, you come out of there feeling kind of Gumby-ish. You mean you're kind of like, I'll be in there like stretching my neck, it'll pop. I was like, ooh, I feel good coming out of there. I mean, I probably should do the sauna more than I do. I probably do the sauna honestly. Probably like, I'll go on like a spurt. Where I'll do it like twice in a week, and then I won't do it for 2 weeks. And I'll do it.
Well, you got
day.
the cold plunge.
I'm hooked on the cold plunge. Sure. But I always do the cold plunge. I was doing the cold plunge after I worked out, but now I do it. They say the benefits are better if you do it prior to working out because essentially, when you do it after you're working out, you're kind of restricting blood flow because it kind of slows everything down. So, and when you're done working out, you need that blood flow for recovery and stuff like that. So, I guess maybe that's why the sauna is good because your heart rate gets up, so you're really cooking some blood, blood through the body, and I guess that's what heals or helps heal, right? So.
I was thinking about on the way home. I was really kind of struggling with it. I was like, man, I think I want to do it again. Not now. I don't know if I want to do it again. But I was like, you're going to be okay. Number one, you're going to be just fine. But I think about like, what was my body going? What was my body doing? and it was going into survival mode pretty much. You know, I've never been in. Well, I have when I was a kid. I went to that sliding rock when I was at camp one time in the mountains, and it was really cold water, but not for that long. You know, and it's like, wow. I kind of imagine. You know, it started. You know, I was like, man, it hurt your feet all the way up start hurting. I guess it's the blood's rushing up to the core here to kind of protect it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of guessing.
probably. But sounds right.
But
well, I mean, again, it's one of those things that it pissed me off the first time I did it. Well, the second time I did it, actually. The first time I got in, I bitched out. I was in there for like a minute, got out less than a minute, and then I decided I was going to do it longer, and I think I did it for like 4.5 minutes, as long as I could, and I was frozen till the next day. I was purely miserable, and then, you know, we moved over here, and I was like, I'm going to start getting into doing this, because I was just researching all the benefits from it, and yeah, I have nothing but great things to say about it. So,
all right, so I'm gonna get out my purple belt.
yeah, get out your purple
I want to
belt.
talk about this one. This one,
That's where I'm at right now.
yes, sir. That's right. This was probably this belt right here. If the way I remember this belt the most is that this is where I started coming into my game. Does that make sense? You know, this is when I started doing half guard. You know, I'm kind of a half guard player, and I actually started toying around with leg locks.
Yeah.
And this one's a fun belt. This one's a really good belt. I like this belt.
So do you think that was kind of the time where you had the most
Where you
fun?
you kind of start choosing what's your favorite submission or whatever. Okay, I'm not very good at triangle, but I do like arm bars or something like that. You know,
Right.
or you know, I like to learn how to get people up so I can get toe holds or
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. That came in that belt right there.
Gotcha.
Now, then you get to this belt, and Professor calls it the Dookie belt, and it's that plus that. You know,
Right.
it kind of felt like the stuff that I learned was wrong. I've been doing wrong for a long time, and it was time to correct it.
Right.
Make sense? You know,
Yep.
it's like, okay,
Yep.
you're doing it this way, and that's great. But now, you know, you're going against higher ranks, and they're not going to go for that. So you got to clean it up and do it this way. You know, you
Right.
add this, take away that, turn more here, kind of thing. And that's it. That's all in there. And it's a mental game too. It's like, man,
Yeah.
I've been doing it wrong like this for so long.
Yeah.
Now I got to fix it and to go to, you know, to move on. And that's part of it.
Yeah. So now how do you feel with a black belt?
It's kind of
what's-
funny.
What's your kind of, yeah.
It's kind
what's
of
your
funny because here's why.
it's like you feel like you're starting over
I've
or
always,
something.
yes, exactly. It's like when you go to, you know, you're the highest at that belt right there. And now I'm just, you know, it's a black belt with 0 stripes on it. Just the red sleeve. It's like, oh, man, you know, it's happy and sad at the same time because I'm the lowest ranking black belt.
Right.
You know, and it's hard to explain what that feels like because yes, you're a black belt, but it's like you're the lowest ranking one. You know, but then again, you know, like I was talking about during the ranks, or I'm sorry, during the promotion ceremony, it's like that was that white belt moment where I felt like a white belt. It's like I got so much more to learn.
Yeah.
That's so much more to learn. Those
yeah.
black belts were on their game that night,
Yeah.
and I just felt like I was just putty.
Wow.
You know, when, do you know? I didn't think about this. When they came over from working out with all the other black belt workouts with Hobson, and then they came over to the rink review. They were all warmed up, and their gis were wet. I grabbed Jesse first. I was like, "Why is your gi wet?" He goes, "Oh, we just came up from that workout." Okay, they're nice and warmed up.
Yeah. Right. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was it always is like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not like, you know, every school does it differently. You know, Steve does a rank review, and to me, and he, you know, I caught it earlier where it's a review, right? And you know what? Don't put pressure on yourself. He always says that. Don't put pressure on yourself. This is something that we get together and we train hard, and we're just gonna ask you to see if we can do some moves. Like, do you know moves? You know what I mean? If he calls out and says, and you're a fucking purple belt, and says, hey, I need you to show me an armbar, and you can't do an armbar, we're all gonna be like, wait a minute, what the fuck's going on here? You know, it's not anything. because I did in the beginning. Now I don't even. It's like I'm showing up. I'm training hard. That's it. I don't know everything, dude. I feel like really dumb, especially sitting and talking to a guy like Hobson, where he's just processing and programming. Like his brain is just and way beyond what I'm even, way beyond really what I'm capable of talking about. Because he shows things and I'm just like, Jesus, dude. Did you ever think of this? Nope, never even thought it was. Wasn't even close to my radar. You know, I mean, how do you feel when you get in listening to these guys talk at that level? Like, man, I mean,
it's just
crazy.
Is it that I'm a true hobbyist? You know,
Yeah,
I mean, those guys could, you know, that's how they make their money, and you know, I'm thankful that they are part of our team, dude. I love our team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love our team. I mean, we got some good people. We really do, and that kind of shows you how a professor has put his school together. You know, he's kind of weeded some people out. They just don't, not that they're, you know, bad people all the way around. They just don't fit, you know, what we're trying to do there.
Right.
Know? And, you know, but man, I love our team. I think like Spencer. Love that guy, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. Son of a bitch right there.
Oh, yeah.
Love those guys, man.
Yeah.
You know, and we got like, you know, Brian Kaiser. He's an owner for Chick-fil-A, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's just like, I mean, he's kind of like me. He's a family guy. You know, we're just doing this to kind of keep our arteries clean and keep us going.
Right.
You know, that's why I love our team, dude. I really do.
I think I struggled with, you know, I've always just like never really felt like I fit in. That's just me personally. Right. And it's grown a lot more there in recent years, you know, watching things happen at our school and watching Steve grow and things like that. He admitted that too when he was out there talking, you know, it's like, you know, even he's learning, right? At like, he's made mistakes and, you know, he's progressing as, you know, not only just a person, but a business owner, as a black belt, you know what I mean? And that's cool to hear because I think as a student, you want to know that the person you're getting taught by doesn't know everything. If you're in a school and that person claims to know everything, you're probably not in the right school.
Totally agree.
You know, because if you're not even continuing to grow like Hobson is at his rank and being around, you know, black belt for whatever, 38 years or whatever, and he's even admitting it, don't train with those people. You know, if you don't see women on the mat, you know what I mean? You know, you probably aren't in the right school, right? Because these women have to feel safe in these environments. You know, there's a lot of things you can read online about, you know, schools doing weird shit, man. And it's like, you know, and then again, like a team atmosphere, it's a safe place and, you know, it gives you the ability to grow. It's up to you. You know, he can show you everything in the book. Steve can sit in there and show you all this stuff. But if you're not even willing to do extra things to, you know, get better at jujitsu, like it's not his fault. You know what I mean? It's your fault. You know?
Yeah, you got to maybe get your weight under control. You know,
right?
Something like, I mean, you can't.
That's a big
do a
one.
proper triangle because you got this gut on you or something like that.
I mean, it is what it is, but dude. Right?
You nailed it with, hey, I need to trust my teammates because some of the things we're doing, you know, it's the submissions that we're doing with the Kimuras or whatever. I need that shoulder to go back to work and provide for my family, man.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah,
it's fucking crazy. What do you got there, dude?
All right, man. I don't know. Did you ever have you seen these?
I save them. Yeah.
Yeah. So these have I've accumulated over years, that's for sure.
God, it's like you died, dude. You know what I mean?
Something like that. Because I put my glasses on because I'm getting older. I'm trying to go back. See, let me see real quick.
It's great to see the progression, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to let me see if I can cut down like the old. I'm looking at the postmarks. Let's see.
So it seems like this is like you now all of a sudden you're reflecting so much. You
got
know
a lot of
I mean?
reflecting. That's
that's
what brown
crazy.
belt was about, dude. A lot of reflecting.
Wow.
I mean, and I'm glad you brought that up. So brown belt, especially during right when you get between third and fourth, especially on the fourth stripe, it brings up a lot of attention, you know, from your fellow students. Oh, you're almost there. You know, you nervous or whatever. And it's like, man, I remember when I was you on this mat, you know, just total confusion, just here, just kind of, you know, just figure it out. And then, you know, just watch the muddy water get a little bit clearer every year kind of thing. But yeah, that's what brown belt was, a lot of reflection, you know, personally too. Hey, I remember I could barely afford this $68 payment.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
now it's like, I don't even care what you're pulling out of my account. I just make sure money's in there.
Right.
You know?
Damn, bro, you got that kind of money, dog.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't.
Just kidding.
But you know,
No,
it kind of goes back.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
great.
like I watched you grow. You know, watch what you're doing, and I take a little bit out of your book. You know, I got some real estate properties on the side. Now they're not thriving, but that's my future.
Sure.
And I've asked that. You know, things I learned from Professor. You know, in our little conversations after class, and how do you do this kind of stuff? You know, and do this. You know, do you know anybody that does this kind of stuff?
yeah.
Those are important to me, man.
Steve has been. You're never going to agree with everybody on everything.
No.
You have to find your own way of doing things. When people give you advice or ideas or their experience on something, you don't have to take it all the time, but you need to recognize it. And Steve has been an absolute pillar for me in growth in my businesses. Absolutely. Whether it's support or, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's Jiu-Jitsu's given us that. I believe that. You know, like you're getting smashed on the mats all the day, and then you got to go make a sale. It's like, oh, this is easy.
So I like these. As Patrick, you're doing an excellent job in class, an outstanding performance at Rate Review. It's nice to see and have you back on the mat training, and looking forward to seeing you continue progress. Keep up the awesome work, Steve Snyder.
Yeah.
So I love that's that right there, and that's handwritten. It's not
Right.
like an email or text.
No,
You know,
it's legit.
this is my favorite right here. This is my absolute favorite. And I'm gonna put this one on top. It says. I'll take a deep breath before I read it. It's Patrick. You are my favorite student. Please don't tell Josh Hayward. Maybe after class we could be best friends. Thank you.
Oh shit, that's hilarious, dude.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh my god.
But no, you were asking me about how stuff's changed. This used to be, you know, when I started, we would buy gi and he would give us a package to put. We would sew our own stuff on. So that was one of them.
That's
there was a
hilarious.
flag, a Brazilian flag that we had to get sewn on.
You should put this in like some type of like a more like frame. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this would be really cool to put up.
This was so you had this too. This is
Oh, you had
so
the
that-
Novignon one.
yeah, and I think the Brazilian flag went with that one too.
Oh, really?
Now, have you ever seen the little crest that Professor has on his leg, like a tattoo? Of?
Yeah.
All right, it's also behind one of the mirrors that you can't see anymore, over in the main room, and that used to be one of the main patches that you put on your back.
Oh,
too.
really? Okay.
Yeah, and then that one right there was also one.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't do that any. It's similar though, right? No.
Well, you probably see the boomerang, you know, right?
Oh yeah, but not. It doesn't say Nova now.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're
I
right.
have one in there. I wonder if it does say Nova. I've never really like paid attention. I'm gonna have to look. I don't think it does though. Might say just like RMNU, but I do have a yellow one, but not with that says that on. I don't think I do.
And then that one,
Yeah, that's sick.
you have to use it. That one was like on the first.
That was on the shoulder. Was
I
it?
think it went like across or like down the lapel right here.
Oh, okay.
And it was what was it? The first rip stops that he was introducing.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, that's sick, dude.
yeah. I like keeping my stuff.
Right.
Kind of go back through memory
It's
lane, do
important.
nothing. It is important.
Yeah, like it's so like. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hooked on it. I'm hooked on jiu-jitsu. It's like my favorite thing.
I mean, to me, it's like a little bit of therapy. I don't know if many people would want to deal with me if I didn't do it.
God, I know, right? Yeah, you feel so much better when you go train.
And it's a very humbling sport. Some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail.
Mm.
And it's like, oh man, I'm having this problem. I'm gonna go bring it. And next thing you know, you get your butt kicked on the mat. And it's like, okay, I kind of needed that maybe.
Yeah. So who do you think played a really? I mean, if you had to pick like in jiu-jitsu, who played kind of like a really? I mean, I probably know the answer to this, but like, who did you always like look to in jiu-jitsu for like your style of game, or you know, you kind of learned a lot from, like, you know what I mean? Like, because I have guys that I like look at, and I'm like, you know, I've looked to you for a long time because we're very similar in size. The game's very similar. You know, we're real tight. You know, we don't let a lot of space. We're not space guys. You know what I mean? You don't see us out here. We're very like connected. So where'd you pick a lot of that up from? Like as far as like the guys you've trained with over the years?
It would actually, I can't say what the guys I trained from. It's just something the half guard game actually picked up during COVID because when the school was shut down, I watched Tom DeBlas videos.
Oh yeah, he's a big half guard guy. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there was times that you've ever watched his little post. He's like, "I bet you can't handle my half guard," kind of like challenging somebody. I was like, "Yeah, that's where it got. That's where I just picked it up and went with it."
yeah.
I guess it kind of came from because I just ended up there a lot, and I was like, I might as well just kind of take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, I think it's one of my favorite positions just because I feel like I can move out of there quickly if I need to. You know what I mean? Like sitting up, going to, getting up and try to sweep them from, like an underhook position, or, you can go to a butterfly guard from there. What's another, and then you can just get back to full guard. Like you can just kind of play back and forth. If you want to go deep half, you can go deep half from there, so it's like, it's such a, I don't know. I love
exactly right. Yeah. You're exactly right. And now it's like, I'm going to kind of put that game on pause and try to pick up butterfly a little bit better.
Right.
Why not? I need to add to my game. Yeah. I need to be more, I need to branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of sticking with that. Cause I'll go to that. I'll that's what I know. And I go to it. And now it's like, I need to do something different.
Yeah. So what do you think about, and I don't have to get like, it doesn't have to be too crazy dramatic, but what do you think about training outside of our regular school?
I think it's important.
You do?
I really do. And I think it's going to our other affiliates is important too. I love those things, man.
Yeah.
You're not with those guys. I mean, you not have some good matches, and because we know each other very well. Well, sometimes you got to see what somebody else does because they're going to bring something totally different.
Yeah.
And see how they deal with you doing it. If you and I keep going back and forth, we're going to know each other's game very well. We gotta branch out. You have to do it.
Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you. And okay, so there's branching out and training at other schools, and I believe that too. It's like, you have the house that you eat at, but it's okay to go out and eat every once in a while. It's like, because again, you might go eat at a restaurant and pick up a recipe, and you're like, man, I never thought about putting that together, right? So you bring it back home, and then boom, now you're cooking a certain different way. So, yeah, totally believe in that. What do you feel about like competition as well, as far as like? I'm not saying you need to be some big competitor. I'm not a mediocre. Right now, I'm just in an area where I feel like, my personal goal is that, I want to compete at every level at least one time. And, but that's just my personal thing. But what do you think about guys that go straight, through, white to black, and they've just never competed? You know what I mean? What do you think? What do you think about like competing? Do you think it should be something that everyone should do it?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Absolutely. I mean, you're just the training to prepare to get to that 1 or 2 or 3 matches that you do that day. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Because they'll like professors really good at like taking to the side. Okay, this is what's your plan? Just do this. Okay, you're going to do bam, 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 bam. I think that's great. That you might take 2 months and just train just like that, and then execute that day. I think that's a beautiful thing right there.
Yeah.
But if you can compete, do it. Go for it. I wish I could. It just seems like sometimes when I start training, I get sick. Something happens with my family.
Yeah, it's hard.
It just never really is worth it. It's like then you get a setback. It's like I can start back over.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this or not, but I was training. I was going to train for. I had this idea. I was going to go to Las Vegas and do what some of the guys just did recently, and that's when Lincoln.
Oh, Worlds.
Lincoln got sick. Lincoln was in the hospital.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in there for like 10 days.
Shit.
And I was like, well, this. I wish I could, but this doesn't work out for me.
Yeah,
well, it's important.
Yeah, it's not over.
Yeah,
might be able to go again. You never know.
I never know. I'm not closing the door. I'm not closing the door.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
those things look a lot of fun, and especially when you get a group of people to go, that'd be really cool.
That's the best. Mm-hmm. That's the best. I mean, you see these other guys from these other schools, and there's like, 8 to 10 of them, and they're all fucking hanging out and having a good time. And it's like, I just think that like, I think you get one person that starts talking about competitions in a way of like, oh, it's just not for me. And I just, I have to go to work tomorrow, and I have all these excuses as to why they're doing it, rather than saying, well, it's you fight at your weight class, you train consistently. How is 5 minutes going to hurt you to go see? Let's just see what happens and have fun. Let's have a good time. Let's go and again, it's like getting ready. It's like if you fished a lot and you want to get your buddies to go do a fishing tournament. That's all it is. It's I think some people just put it in their head that it's more than it really is. I'm one of those because it gives me a lot of anxiety. Like that shit scares me. I've been doing it more recently, but it's scary as fuck. And I think the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm so scared of it. I want to figure out how the fuck not to be so scared.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Best way to do it is
chill the fuck out and just do it.
Yes, sir.
And have fun at doing it, And so hopefully I can, be able to pass that on to someone else too, right? Like, later on when people start asking me, oh, have you ever competed? Well, of course. Yeah. I want to be able to say, yeah, I've competed. I don't want to say that, you've competed, what it's like. So you can give that experience to someone else. That's like, look, I'm ready to go compete. Okay, well, I'll help you get ready to compete. So if I've never competed, how are you going to give that advice to somebody? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Steve's not really competition heavy, but I think he kind of recommends like, hey, you should at least
absolutely
you should go compete. Once. You know what I mean?
You might just fall in love with it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we also have businesses and jobs and family, which is like.
And there's one thing, like like when you called and we came over here and helped you that Sunday, dude. That's what I thrive at. I love that, to help you go compete. That's what I want to do. That's what I feel like my role is to do.
Yeah.
You want to go on Saturday morning, just me and you? I'll do it.
Yeah. No, it was fucking awesome, dude.
You want to start from like isolation drills or whatever. Start from bad positions. I love that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think watching a lot of this. John Donaher stuff and Tom DeBloss talks a lot about it too. The positional training and stuff like that really helps prepare you. And actually, I was listening to Gordon Ryan talk about. He would even admit, he's like, yeah, I get submitted all the time in the gym. You know what I mean? Because I want people to put me in positions, and I want them to submit me in those positions because I have to figure out how to get the fuck out of there. And a lot of times. You figure things out of what works for you best, you know what I mean, in a situation that you have no idea how to do it because no one showed you, but then you figured it out. That's how he's gotten better at it. Is there's a lot of things that you have to figure out too. It's not just you can show, well, how would you do this and how would you do that? Well, it may not work for me. Like we were doing the opening guard thing, right? Here recently, because at IBJJF Worlds, it was the thing. Nobody was breaking anyone out of anyone's fucking guards. It was like, wait a minute, why the fuck? That should be like, you should be able to break someone's guard open, okay? And it was like simple things like, bringing the knee up, right? Going to like a combat base, like, you're bringing your knee up and you're kind of pinching inside of the hip, and then you're driving the elbow out and you're using the forearm to push away. Well, I have a different way of doing it that works better for me. You know what I'm saying? So you don't always have to be like, this is the only way to do this.
Oh no, that's what's building your game. You took a piece of what you were just showing. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. You're building your game. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, what would you say to someone in the white belt area as to like how to process some of this information in jiu-jitsu?
Keep showing up.
Well, yeah.
That really is it, man. I mean, it just takes time, I had an instructor in school one time. He was like, you could put 9 women in a room and they still can't have a baby in 9 months. Or in 1 month, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like that analogy or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, it just takes time to figure it out.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is there's people that it just clicks. Josh Hayworth, it just clicks for him. And Alan Brown, those guys, it's amazing the stuff they figure out. It just takes time.
Brown was training a lot with you guys back then too, right? How's his game progressed?
Oh, it's beautiful. This is watching.
What do you think he did different that he got? I mean, because I feel like he's light years ahead of me. He's phenomenal at jiu-jitsu. He's very good at it.
This way his brain works. It just clicks.
Really? You just think he picks it up better than a lot of people? Really? Damn, I'm really dumb then.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, it's like just some of these guys are flexible and can definitely do a lot more things like the rubber guard stuff. And, you know, I mean, I just can't do that stuff, dude. I try it, but it's like, yeah. Well, so what do you think about, like, what do you think makes you better going from gi jiu-jitsu to no-gi or no-gi to gi?
Man, so I've only done no-gi maybe 4 times this whole year.
Okay.
And when I do it, it's like my grips are gone. I'm a little bit lost. Still love it because it's a fast-paced game. But, you know, I think you should train both. I think it's very important to train both.
Yeah.
And I love both. I just wish I could do both. But I started at gi, and I'll probably be in gi till the end. The thing is, it's taking a toll on my hands. You know, I'm getting those little nodules on my knuckles now. I don't know if you got them, but so I might need to start picking up a little bit of no-gi just to kind of prevent that a little bit. So, but I think practicing both is very important.
Yeah. Why do you think that? Like go into more of a detail.
Okay. Well, why stop at just no-gi? Why not, you know, incorporate some sambo or judo or something like that? Just wrestling by itself, you know, any grappling style. Just take a little bit of everything. You're building your game. Take a little bit. Right. You know, your double leg here, your hip toss from judo, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just just build a grappling game.
Right. Good point. What do you think about the leg game? Do you think that we should train more legs, or do you think that you're okay with not training as much of the legs? Or what do you think about the leg game? So we're seeing right now in jiu-jitsu, it's like, you know, obviously you go to ADCC, it's probably 70%, 75% legs. Even in kind of the upper divisions, brown and black into the gi at IBJJF, you're seeing a lot of leg games. So what do you think about training more or less, or do you think you kind of need to have all around?
I don't care if you train legs or not. Just learn how to defend it more than anything, because it's happening. It's gonna happen. You know, I think it's important because it levels the playing field. I may not want to fight somebody like you, Sean, that's, you know, stronger than I am with your upper body, but when I start grabbing your feet, game changes a little bit. You know,
Right.
You grab somebody's ankle, oh, they'll tap quit just because you tap the ankle, or like a wrist locks. You know, yeah. Some people just have that kind of sensitivity in their wrists or in their ankles, and they don't like their feet touched.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like, you know, like I can't remember if I asked Hobson that or not, but it was like, you know, I think it's obviously super important. It's like leaving the meat off the burger. You know what I mean? You got two buns, you got onions and lettuce, sauce, and then you just don't have a piece of meat there, because it's, you know, you have your waistline and everything up above, which obviously is mostly gi because of the grips and everything like that. And you can shut down legs pretty quickly in the gi. You know what I mean? Like someone goes for an ankle hog, you're sitting up, you're grabbing their gi, it's done. You're done. You know what I mean? Unless they can break the grip off of it, you're done. You know, but now when you go to no gi, it's a little bit different. You know, somebody gets in there and, you know, now you're in bad territory. It's a lot harder because if they sit back and you're trying to sit up, you know, you're kind of screwed. So I don't know. I tassel with it back and forth. I don't know enough about it. I can get by with what I know in the leg game. And I think that probably, you know, in the future, I mean, we have no-gi on Saturday mornings, right? So Professor Curcio's a whiz in the leg game. He's very smart. And so that might be something I mean starting to really add into it, like start showing up more Saturdays.
Just don't do the butt scooting thing. I'm not a big fan of that shit.
I'm smashing past.
Yeah, there you go.
I ain't going to my back. You know what I mean? Like defending him, yeah. But again, if you're trying to learn to defend him, you got to train him. So you got to get people that can, you know, do that shit to you. You know, I know Kelly and them over there, they do a lot. He's big into the leg game. You know what I mean? And very smart and technical. And here's another thing too, is like, is the jiu-jitsu community as a whole. Okay. And there's some controversy stuff. in I think our community a little bit, which I don't like because I want everyone to get along, right? And what do you think about, and again, I'm not going to get into like details or anything, but what do you think causes strife in the jiu-jitsu community that kind of separates? Because you see a lot of this like Atos, they don't like New Wave, and New Wave doesn't, you know what I mean? Do you think it's a personality thing? Do you think it's an ego thing? Do you think it's, you know, something that's like, I mean, again, not all humans get along. I understand that, right? But, you know, if we're talking cross training, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have to be scared to go and train at a gym because maybe two people don't get along. What do you think about that stuff?
I mean, wasn't it kind of taboo to do it back in the day? You know, especially in the Gracie
I don't
world.
know. I don't know.
I don't know either. But
Yeah.
especially in the Gracie world, to go to another outside of a Gracie training place, kind of thing, like you were kind of maybe blackballed or something like that. I don't know. But you know, social media doesn't help either. You know, the sideways comments and stuff like that. That
right.
definitely doesn't help. And then
That's right.
you know, I don't know. I stay out of the drama.
Yeah.
I just do not care. You know, I just want to train.
That's
and
right.
I want to be around good people, and that's all I care about. You know?
Because the point I'm making is that, you know, you should never be afraid to better yourself. You know what I mean? You should always, you know, if you're leaving that stuff aside, you should never be afraid to be able to do things that is going to enhance you as a human. You know what I mean? You know, if certain people don't get along, you know, that's none of your business. That's something I had to learn massively, right? Is I would take things personal when it had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? And I've grown from that, probably in the last year or so, where I've just kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm really focusing on myself and my game because, again, I want to be able to share this with a white belt, right? Some white belt's like, man, I'm struggling. I need to. It's like, well, okay, well, then maybe you need to go and, you know, try different styles. This is your home. This is where you belong. But go out and train. Don't be afraid to go to, you're out of town and walk into a gym. The jiu-jitsu community is like the nicest fucking community around.
I think so too.
Dude, they're fucking like amazing. You know, we're down for our vacation, we went to the beach in California, Newport Beach, and I happened to just look up a jiu-jitsu place, shout out Costa Mesa Jiu-Jitsu, and messaged them online, and they're like, yeah, dude, come in. And dude, it was like the greatest time, dude. The coolest fucking people. The community of jiu-jitsu is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, when you leave your ego at the door, yeah, absolutely, it's a great community.
Yeah.
Because we all have these walks of life that we come from, and we all might have some kind of difficult past, but we're here to train to make ourselves better.
Right.
Really are.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe you can show me something that you know, that I don't see very often. You know, it's like, okay, I might take this part of your game that you just showed, because it's very important for multiple upper ranks to look at your game, because he might teach it a little bit differently than he teaches it. And you might, okay, I like that.
Right. I'm going to go to another question I got for you. What do you think is an appropriate age for kids to learn jiu-jitsu?
I struggle with this because I think of my son and maybe having an altercation on the playground and him doing some kind of submission, and the kid doesn't know how to tap or whatever he's used to, you know, to let him know to let it go. So I don't know. I'm in that struggle right now. Right now.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to turn 7. I want him in something. I don't know what a kid's class really looks like and how the training works. I don't know if you teach them submissions. I don't know. But it scares me that he could possibly get himself in some trouble like that, and something very bad could happen.
Yeah.
You know? And vice versa too, you know.
I wonder what the statistics are. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some more in researching on that, because, like, you know, being a father of a son and you're in jiu-jitsu, you're like my kid's got to know this stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, if you listen to Hobson, and this was a question I asked him on the podcast with him, he didn't really give an exact age. It was just what we did in our household. It was just what we did. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't think about all the little details, and I mean, he turned out to be a pretty good guy, right? But again, like, what's the first thing that we learn in jiu-jitsu? is in a fighting sense, you walk away from it. You don't you use your mouth to get away from a fight. You don't just, you know what I mean? We're on the defense. When someone's like, yo, mama, and you're in a gas station,
Yeah.
okay, whatever, and you walk away. You know, so I think that there's something there for these kids, you know, to be taught that at an early age. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's like avoid the conflict. We don't want to use jujitsu on no one. We want to use jujitsu on someone here. But if it ever came to it.
Yeah. And that's why I was, you know, you and I had this conversation, like wrestling first.
Yeah, for
Wrestling
sure.
first, without submissions.
Yeah, and they did great that year. Dude,
I know.
how fucking awesome was that? Dude?
I know. It was such
They
a
did
great.
so good.
It was such a great. Yeah, I was so looking forward to that,
know,
you
man.
know. But we move on. But I had this conversation with Lincoln no more than 2 hours ago because there was something happening in his class.
Okay.
And there was another kid involved, and he brought up, you know, fighting. And I was like, look, he goes, what if he calls me this? It's just a word. It's just a word, dude.
That's right.
It cannot do anything unless you let it do something to you. That's right. It's nothing. It's just a word. He goes, what if he does this?
Oh.
So what? So? Yeah. Okay. You just did it to me. I'm standing right here in front of you. Nothing happened to me. I'm getting ready to finish my meal and go home. Okay? Not a big deal.
Right.
It's when, and my wife was sitting to my left, and I was like, it's till they put their hands on you. Now we got another problem. And we'll have that conversation at a later time. So I'm in that situation right now. What do I do? I need to do something with him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the hard part is he's in baseball right now.
Same with Easton.
And it's like,
Right.
I don't want to burn him out.
No.
But
Because Hobson got burned out.
I can see how it can be easy.
You could tell there was a time because he felt like he said that he's like, just let your kids be kids, man. You know what I mean? Like, and let them enjoy being a kid first before anything else. You know what I mean? So I think we're making the right decisions as to like not being one of these dads that's forcing jujitsu down our kids' throat. But subconsciously, he sees us doing this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's there.
Yeah, I mean, when I got my black belt, I showed him my name on it. I was like,
Yeah.
this is what I do. And he's watched me do it just like Easton's watched you do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, and hopefully I never have to use it on the street. I hope I don't ever to, but when I do, or if it ever does, I mean, I'm going to do what I'm taught.
Full send.
Take a limb. I'm taking a limb.
God, like a single leg to your back, son. Pressure, baby. But yeah, I mean, like I'm struggling with it too. It's like, you know, I really, and something will happen here very soon as far as like whether I'm taking him to a school. I mean, we tried the karate stuff and the taekwondo. I don't knock it. I think it's wonderful for what it is and what it does for kids. But it's just not like for us, it's the time. He's not really super interested in it, and I'm not going to force something that he's not interested in doing. You know what I mean? Does he ask me about wrestling all the time? All the fucking time. He always asks me wrestling.
And see, that's the thing.
And I'm just like, dude.
That's
like,
the thing, Sean. We were on the mat with them. We could
Right,
help
when they were
them.
born.
That was like, this is it. You know,
That's right.
I was like, if we do jujitsu or whatever, I can be on the mat with you. We can work on it at home.
Yeah.
I could be on the mat with you.
Yeah, but I'm like,
but
where do I start with a kid? I don't even know how to
I
start.
wouldn't know how to teach it. Yeah.
I don't either. And I almost don't want to.
Well, you kind of start, think about it if you wanted to, like a wrestling, learn to take down first.
Yeah.
Learn to take down.
But I just want him to be coached by a coach.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
agree.
I want to be the parent, but I want to be, he knows I'm training, we're going to train.
Yeah.
But I want
I agree.
the coach to be the coach. You
I
know
totally
what I'm saying?
agree.
Yeah. So that's where I'm struggling with it.
Yeah. And I was looking at that place in Kernersville. I think you brought up the wrestling club, maybe.
Yeah.
That was kind of. It's like he's doing so good in baseball. He's really done well. He's coming up.
And just let him,
And
that's where I'm at. Just let's let
there's 2 seasons of baseball. When I grew up, there was only one. You know, now there's
Yeah,
fall
spring
and
and
spring,
fall. Yeah.
and he's doing so good. And it's like, oh, shoot, man, I want to keep him in this.
Yeah. I'm pumped about the baseball. I love it. He loves it. I love it. I'm you know what I mean? We were the Braves last year. I had a Braves hat. This year we're the Rockies. I've got a Rockies hat, and I'm out there with I'm
Are you assistant coach too?
I'm just there.
Me too.
I don't know what I am. I'm
I
just
just hang out in the outfield, and then
hey, get over there, first base, run the base.
And then when they're hitting, I'm like the dugout dad, kind of just keeping them in the lineup, and man, it's chaos.
Yeah,
it is chaos.
It's hilarious. Though. These little guys are fucking. He's learned to eat seeds now.
Oh yeah,
So
is
now
that
he's
right?
a seed guy, and he's got runs out of his his bubble gum.
Nice.
He plays the role. You know what I mean? And I want that for him. I want him to, that's his thing. And I actually kind of like. Here's another thing I was thinking about. I was like, I kind of like it because it's like, it's his thing. You know what I mean? Like jujitsu's my thing, baseball's his thing. And we're good where we're at right now. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, I fucking. You know what I mean? I've watched kids online, and I'm like,
one of these days they're gonna fight.
Well, that too. But I see other kids I'm like, damn, the kid's 8 years old. Like, fuck that, my son. You know what I mean? Like, as a dad, I'm like, man, fuck. So I don't know. I struggle with the kids jiu-jitsu thing. Hobson has a very successful kids program. Bobby Lindemood, Perry Gibson, Heath Chapman, the list goes on. So I always nag about it. I'm not playing around. I understand. I see the dynamics. I see why. I know why. But as a parent, I gotta speak as a parent. You know what I mean? I can't. And so it's a struggle for me. And we'll get there when something's gonna happen. Whether I go to take him to, and I tried to take him to this other school. I didn't fit in. I didn't even want to be there. I didn't want to be there. I want to be at my fucking place where I train. Anyways. So let me ask you this. So what do you, did you go to college?
Yeah.
How long did that last?
I've been to multiple colleges.
Oh, you did?
I didn't get my associate's degree until I was 40 years old.
Really? Okay.
It's kind of, I screwed around a lot. And,
whatever.
And then I went to ECPI thinking that was going to be an associate's degree. It ended up just being like a certificate. And then I was like, I need my associate's degree. Went back 10 years later and got it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's cool.
And no, it's been more than 10 years. It's been like 15 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
how old are you now?
49.
49, big dog. Let's go. You look good for 49, man.
It's a TRT.
You jacked, bro. You're fucking jacked, dude. You're fucking jacked. I love it. So what do you do now for a living?
I'm a network engineer for Novant Health.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's right. I knew that.
That place is growing. I love it, man.
Yeah, you do.
Good people, good team.
You like your job.
Great atmosphere.
Really? So where are you in Winston?
My desk is actually in Winston.
Okay.
But most of the time I just kind of work at my desk at home because I naturally get up early and just start working, and it's like, well, why go in when I'm already this deep into what I'm doing?
Right.
Stay here
Well, so that's good. You can at least do it remotely. Yeah.
But it's good to go in and see my friends. I mean, COVID, we got to stay at home for 2 or 3 years, and then they bring us back in this year, and it was really good to kind of just catch up.
Oh, you hadn't seen them people?
Oh, not really. I mean, over team meetings for a long time, and then in this last year, it's like I get to see some people that I haven't seen in a long time, and it's good to catch up with them and kind of, go to lunch with them, catch up with them, see how their families are doing.
Right. So what's kind of and then you do rental properties as well. You got into doing a lot of rental. How many you have right now?
4.
Damn, dude, that's congrats on that.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it doesn't pay immediately. It comes in on the back end.
That's right.
Kind of thing. But it's finally starting to do something this year after 2.5 years. My first one I've had for 7 years, I think.
Okay.
I bought the last 3 from my parents 2 years ago, and they're finally starting to do a little something.
I got you. Now, are you doing all the managing yourself?
No,
or
only one house I manage myself. The other ones I do property management group, Tri Properties out of Jamestown.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Courtney Field. They run a good show. I love those guys. They're doing great.
That's awesome.
They're killing it.
So so they're full scale, like everything as far, or do you have like maintenance stuff involved?
They can.
Or you do
They can spend up to $400 without reaching out to me first. But once it goes over that, say your HVAC, they'll reach out to their service people to come in and fix it, and I just answer an email, text, or phone call.
That's nice.
And they take 10%, and then if it really comes down to it, they'll take the bill of that service out of the rent. So I get a distribution of the rent in the middle of the month. They'll take that bill out, so my distribution will be lower. That makes sense?
Yep.
So it doesn't come out. It comes out of my pocket, but it doesnesn't come out directly.
Right. But you end up putting that back into like the account anyways. That's right. Or distribution is like your payout.
That's my payout. That goes into my account. So it goes from the rent goes into a trust, and then they take their fee out, their 10%, and then any maintenance or whatever that they do, and then I get the net in like the 20th of the month.
Gotcha. Now, do you take that and reinvest it kind of back in?
Hasn't really been there yet, but it's starting to now. Just as we're speaking, it's finally starting to do a little pay off debt. Really, is what the goal is.
Good,
because the faster I can do that, the more money in my pocket.
That's right. So you're gonna get this is kind of long term. Are you gonna pick up any more houses?
Absolutely, that's the
way,
goal. I needed to get this under control first, and then about 3 at one time. So I was like, okay, in the beginning I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy 1 a year. So this is my going into my third year. It's like now it's time to buy 2 a year. Then I'm going to buy 4 a year. Kind of, you kind of see. I want to get to 11 and 13 properties to bring in 10,000 cash flow a month. That's my next goal.
Right.
That would totally cover my paycheck and my wife's paycheck currently, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because this is our retirement kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're wanting to, get this in a great spot where we can hand this to our kids.
Yeah.
And let it just kind of run itself kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is how you
shit at that point. You could almost open your own kind of property management company.
I thought
you know
about
what I
it.
mean? Like,
yeah,
it's a little bit of a headache.
It
but
would be you gotta think, man, you gotta take people to court. You gotta learn that. You gotta handle money, so you gotta be a broker, I think, with trust.
Oh, that's true. Huh?
Lawyers involved when you evict. It's like, how much do you? So it's like, maybe I buy one, maybe down the road. That makes sense. I'll just buy one that's already up and going, kind of thing.
Yeah,
maybe that's just an idea.
Yeah,
or just keep it going as it is and just let somebody else handle it.
Yeah. Well, I believe in that. So it's almost like a warranty. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I try to stay. Everyone's like, oh, why is your equipment so new and all this stuff? It's like, well, because I don't know about you, but I know with equipment, when a fucking breakdown happens on a bucket truck, son, you ain't spending less than $1,000.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I bet.
You know what I mean? I mean, the money's great, but when you go to fucking repair something, you're like, Jesus, writing checks. I'm like, oh my God. Like, so I can see it from like what would you call that? Like an insurance.
Yeah. Like it was just last year, man. We had somebody bring in bed bugs, $2,400.
Yeah. Because they got to heat that bitch up and all that.
Yeah. And then, let's see, had to bring in the guy pretty much got evicted. And then we had to throw out all this stuff, like had one of those junk companies come and get all this stuff. Then we had to redo the floors. And then, paint it, of course, and upgrade it. And it was just, it is what it is. It's a long-term investment.
Right.
But eventually, you can see where it's going to pay off. You really see it. And I get calls from other investors wanting to buy something all the time.
Yeah.
They're going to lowball me. That's just the name of the game. But, the way I look at it is this is my retirement. And when it's my time to move on and my wife's time to move on, then we're going to hand this to our kids. Now, I'm not going to hand them multi-million-dollar company. I'm going to set up like an annuity to where they have to understand and learn money before you invest or before you take this on, because I don't want you to just cash it out. If I give you $100,000, it's not going to be there next year.
Yeah, that was the biggest mistake my dad did. Well, I shouldn't say he did. It was just, but when he passed away, we all got a fucking chunk of money, and here I am at 21 years old with a fucking gang thousands of dollars in my account, and I'm just fucking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the dope, all the hoes. I was stupid at the time. I was a dumbass. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like no kid at 21 years old should have had that kind of money.
Yeah.
It's like, so yeah, for sure. That is not happening with him.
Yeah,
you know
invest
what I mean?
it and do something smart with it. So,
right.
So and I kind of think about our kids, your kids too. Like, what's the economy going to be like when they're older? We're struggling the way it is right now. It's like, y'all going to need a part-time job on top of your full-time job.
Yeah.
Just to be able to buy a house.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really want to get into doing this. So I'm glad that I can look to someone that's already in the game, because I've really thought about it here recently about, reinvesting into a fucking rental or like doing a flip or something like that, because real estate's always going up, man.
And then you got the Airbnb stuff, dude. Man, Sean, it's all near HPU University, man.
I know, but did you see here recently what's going on with that?
No, like what?
Well, they're getting sued, and like So here's the problem is that Airbnb is getting sued by the hotel companies. The big like Wyndham and shit is like, from what I've heard, is they're like suing them, right? And so now a lot of cities like Atlanta, you ain't getting Airbnbs, dude. You can't get it down in Louisiana anymore. Like, or I could be wrong on the cities, but I know it's basically coming out here now. Like, so investing in Airbnbs, they're calling it something else now, like long-term stay or short-term lease or whatever, because, you know, essentially they pissed off these, and you don't want to go to war with fucking hotel companies. They're way richer than Airbnb. You know what I mean? So they can throw $1 million at it, get your ass out of there. So Airbnb's having to switch the game up a little bit. You know what I mean? I had a buddy, this would have been in 2021, I think. He was in a fucking panic, dude, because COVID happened, all this. Dude, I think he ended up selling like 2 or 3 properties because he just couldn't.
Yeah. If you commit to it like that, that was your old thing, and then COVID come around, oh, yeah, I can totally see it. Yeah.
Like I don't think he flopped, but he was at a time where, shit, he was coming helping me grinding stumps on the weekend because he had to make money. You know what I mean? And he relied on that. You know, because what he would do is go in and flip the house and then turn it straight into an Airbnb, you know, which I think is smart. But that should. So what is Airbnb is the one who takes care of the house, or how does that work?
Kind of, that would be like your property
Same
management.
thing.
They handle all the scheduling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the housekeeping. I guess they put out new towels and change the sheets and wash the dishes or whatever it takes. You know,
And they take a percentage.
The only thing it's going to do, Sean. I mean, when that happens, they'll just change. Somebody else will come up, and you know, the next person or company. I mean, that stuff's been around for a while now. Airbnbs is what it's known for. I mean, I was renting my property. I was renting my old house 20 years ago for a furniture market. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did it twice. I used to do it twice a year.
So where'd you go?
My parents' house.
Well, shit.
Yeah, my parents is, you know, I just
How
went to
much you rented for?
I think it was like $2,000 sometimes for 10 days.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That was back then. And then the market hit that pretty bad. And then it went down to like 1,500 for like 10 days, you know?
Not bad money.
Yeah. And then, so I would just, you know, I think Sherry and I would go sometimes to the beach or whatever, and I would lay out enough towels and coffee or whatever they wanted to do, and show them how to use the remote control. And then I was out. I didn't baby them. You know, you change your own sheets or whatever beds, whatever towels you use, whatever. That was it.
How'd you regulate that? Made him sign something?
Oh, at the beginning, no. It was
Shit.
all cash.
Just like, it was all, wait, what? You're not supposed to say that on air. No, I'm kidding.
Too late now.
Fuck them. Well, that's, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with, I mean, we did really well with, well, the first place we lived was how I found Steve's school is we had a condo right there at the Palladium. So there's a I think it's called Timberlake condos. It's like, I don't know. It's over there by the Palladium, like right off of Wendover's, where Taylor and I first lived.
Okay.
And then, yeah, and then we moved and went to the Cannonball House. I don't know if you'd ever been over there.
I went to the one near the zoo.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, for Isa's
so
birthday.
we were there. And then, but I was looking back on the price for that condo. That should have never been sold, dude. It's like double the price.
Yeah, brother.
1.5 times what originally was paid for. But we were able to make out real well on this last house.
Oh, I bet you did.
Put us here, essentially. Kind of traded off, really. You know what I mean? Tit for tat is really what happened. But it was nice because we were able to pull that chunk out and throw it at this place, which is, you know, we have more opportunity here, you know?
Oh, yeah.
The goal is to keep jumping, you know? So,
But yeah, I bought that one house, my first property, in 2005. I still own it. So 20 years, almost to the day, is when I sold it. I bought it for $125. I was, you know, Zillow shows it for like $250 something now.
shit.
Just bring it. Somebody else is making the house payment, not me. You know, bring
Right.
in income. Yeah.
So when you went to go and buy and purchase, you don't have to give me details, but give me a kind of an idea. But like when you went to go purchase those other houses, did you put a bunch of money down or?
No, my parents financed it for me. I got a loan that you can't beat. It's a 20-year 5%.
Oh shit!
You can't get that anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, and I pay them once I get paid. It just rolls onto them. I
Gotcha.
don't make a lot, but it's just it works. This is
For now. So it's paid 25 years, but that'd be
20 years. 20 years.
Oh,
so
20 years.
So you got to think 17 years now. I got 17 years left on, and
Oh,
now
shit.
that's making some money. I can
you
make
fully
extra,
own it.
Mm-hmm, I can make extra
payments.
on.
Damn. Yeah, see, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm always afraid, like, if I go to do this, then I've got to fucking put some capital down, and I just don't know if I want to fucking do that. But
Yeah, there's multiple ways of doing it. You know,
Yeah,
you can
there
look and get investors, which is something I might have to entertain. I didn't think I would, but to grow, I think I got to. You know, they think I have to bring on it because that you got to have that 20%. You know,
do you have it set up under a trust or LLC?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, LLC now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're fully business.
Yeah. And so, but if I do like investors, you know, they can handle the 20% down. Maybe you can work some way with the interest rate. But I'm looking into that now. How to grow, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't want to do the traditional 30-year loan. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think there's a clause in it where you can't rent or something for a certain amount of time.
Shit. I don't know.
Well, I know, but like with this place, with that loan, the new loan that we got for this place, I think there's something in it, and I don't know where the fuck was I reading that. No, this wasn't for the house. It was for the equipment. It might be for the house too. Do what?
An HOA maybe?
No. So in my clause for I just got a new Bobcat, and I sold the other one, and I was reading in the clause there, the paperwork, fine print. It says that you know, if you buy something from them and you make payments to a mortgage or to a lender, you're not allowed to rent that piece of equipment out. It's illegal to rent. If they find out, you can get in trouble for it, which I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But
Why
I guess
do they
you
care
can't.
if they're getting paid?
Fuck if I know. It's my responsibility, but I guess you just can't do that. So, but yeah, when I sold it, I was like, okay, so, because heavy equipment doesn't really come with like titles.
Oh, really?
No, there's no
I didn't
like.
think about that. Okay.
No, so it's just you just have a, whatever you call it, VIN number essentially.
Okay.
There's no title to them. So I was like, okay, well, how do I pay this thing off? And they're like, okay, well, when you sell it, you just get the money and then just send it to us and let us know. And I'm like, well, I could have sold it and just kept that fucking cash and made you guys payments. And no one would have ever known. Well, I think you can know because you could look up the VIN or whatever. But I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, but anyways, of course I'm gonna pay it off. I'm not gonna. But in the clause it said no renting. I was like, fuck.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Anyways, so well, that's good. That's good. You're doing some investing stuff. I think that's kind of in the future for us, like, you know, because I just like, you know, our businesses are set up to sell. So one day we would be able to sell Dogwood Inc. You know, we've done it all the right way. We have a CPA. They do all our paperwork. You know, same with Gnarly by Nature. If, you know, we decide to move on from it or whatever, it is a sellable business. You know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of our, retirement in a way.
Absolutely.
But something substantial like what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Is kind of the way to go. You know, so 10, 20, that's where you're really cooking some money. Have you ever thought about any other businesses?
No, I mean, you know, my grandfather started this. My dad kind of did it from, you know, learned from him, and then I'm just following in their footsteps. So
Yeah.
I like it, Sean, because I can stay at work and, you know, get benefits for my family, and then this is kind of runs itself.
Right.
That takes care of itself. I answer an email, I answer a text, or for a phone call. That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
And then in you know, my side job is just kind of how am I going to make this grow? Looking for my next property.
Right. And what's your kind of your range?
Good question. You know, really area for me and range. I want to stay under $200,000. I don't want to be in like a bad neighborhood. I want to be near good schools and no HOAs.
No HOAs.
No HOAs, man. That's money just going right out of your pocket.
Are you in HOA now where you currently live?
Yeah, I can't rent there. I can't rent.
But it's minimal. You guys, it's not a big.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like I think it's like $22 a month or something like that. But I can't
small
rent.
oversight.
I can't rent my house out. Well, the furniture market is it because it's a biannual event. But you can't do short term Airbnbs at where I'm at now.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I know all about the HOA world. It's ridiculous. But you sign up for it.
You do.
I mean, some I can understand, But for the most part, I think it's just like a complete money racket. I mean, I don't know. I would never buy a house in an HOA ever again. That would just never happen. You know, but yeah. So you what were we just talking about? We're talking not the HOA thing, but investing in properties. Damn, there's something else I was going to ask you, but I forgot. Yeah, anyways, I think that, you know, for us in business is just trying to get better at, like, because I have so many moving parts, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. And I have so many things going on.
You do, man.
Like a fucking million goddamn things.
You do.
It's ridiculous. So I'm trying to shrink down things to make it a little more efficient so I can still keep doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? Not be, it might look like I'm fucking got a few things in order, but dude, it's like, I spend a lot of time on things that I probably shouldn't have to spend time on.
I remember
you
you
know?
like taking, it's like every couple of months you'd go to Vegas talking about business partners and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, man, you really,
Yeah.
I agree with you. You're moving.
Yeah, we're not slowing down. There's no fucking slowing down. No way. People are like, oh, you know, you need to like relax. You just need to. I'm like, motherfucker, no, I'm not slowing down for shit, dude. Because I'm not gonna be able to do this one day. You know what I mean? I might as well. I'm not gonna be able to compete probably in 10, 15 years. You know, I might as well just get it out now. You know what I mean? Or just things like that. It's like if you're gonna do it while you're fucking moving and healthy. I mean, I'm feeling shit now.
Oh yeah.
You don't wake up like
it doesn't stop. It doesn't just go magically go away either.
When did you start feeling like, okay,
45.
45. Really? Yeah, because we talk about that, and you're just kind of like, man, like, I fucking feel my age now. Like, shit's starting to. You think TRT did have a like role in a lot of that, but still the soreness and shit.
No, I don't think it's not going to heal your problems. I think it gets you off the couch so you can do your work to go fix that issue or work on it at least. It might be a nagging issue, but you can go lift weights or walk or lose weight or whatever. It was a motivator to do that kind of stuff, to kind of take better care of yourself.
Right. So what does your wife do?
She's a mental health therapist.
Oh, okay. I think you told me that before.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I know, right?
You have a mental health therapist living with you, dude. You gotta be good, dude. You gotta be a good kid. You gotta be a good guy, dude.
She's got it figured out.
Catch your ass
She's so
so
good,
quick.
man. She could be an FBI profiler. She's so
Really?
smart. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I know.
It's so impressive. I'm just like, I don't know.
Just reading people like crazy.
Oh my gosh, man. It's so like,
Yeah.
it's just amazing. Like, you know, being that she and I have this joke because we went to high school together. We didn't date in high school, but we went to high school.
Oh,
together.
okay.
The joke is that while she was at the school dances, I was in the cornfields, just drinking and whatever. That's the joke. But dude, it's like, you know, it's two different worlds, and we collided, and we have this beautiful family, and man, she's just so good at what she does. It's like, you're so smart. And it's like, because she came from a family of educators. You know, her parents are brilliant, and it's like, what are you doing with me? You know? But you know, and I'm so blessed, man. We have beautiful kids, and just watching them kind of follow in her footsteps. Really, is like, because like you said, like Easton's good at math. Lincoln's on his way. He's doing it.
Yeah.
Meadows, same things. Just following right in her mom's footsteps, and I'm just there to help. I'm the helper.
Right.
I'll let her lead. I'll help you in the education stuff. I'll back you up, kind of thing.
Right.
She has the educational background, and I was like, man, you work on the grades, and they're doing great.
Yeah.
You don't know during COVID, you know, Meadow was in first grade at home. You know, I let you know, Sherry kind of take the lead on that, and I was the PE coach, you know?
Right.
And she just led that. And I was whatever. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Whatever you need me to do, I got it. I'm filling all the gaps.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Divide and conquer, as we say it over here. You know, I mean, Taylor does an excellent job with a lot of stuff that I'm just don't either have the patience. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, it's at what time? Okay, we're there. Cool.
Gotcha.
Dressed, get them going. We're out the door. You know, I mean, we definitely have roles as humans, and we play them totally differently. Like, Taylor's much better at a lot of things than me. I'm, you know, it's like, but I know my place, and you know, yeah, life is fucking crazy, dude. But is there anything else? Like, did you want to give any shout outs to anybody, or did you have anything else that you wanted to?
Nah, man, I give my shout outs to my RMU classmates. Dude. I love those guys, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, we're all just a great family. You know, we all learn from each other, that's for sure. And you You know, they're my friends.
Yeah.
Shout out to my family. Love you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't know what to do without you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here for you guys. You know, y'all are my motivator to keep on going and keep getting better, to keep waking up and going to work every day.
That's right.
And you know, that's all I got for you, brother.
Yeah. Well, look, super grateful to call you a friend, training partner. You know, I'm excited to see you grow and flourish in your jiu-jitsu and your businesses, and you know, it's pretty exciting to you know, there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world today, a lot of really really sad things. You know, I think that our country is divided in a lot of ways that I think is crazy, and you know, I think that us as men have kind of a you know, a calling to be better, that for our kids, and I think it starts at home, you know, and as you know, as we're doing that, people are watching us, people are seeing us do these things, and I hope that by focusing on what we have at our households and in our lives, that we are being a reflection to others to help grow and just be a better human in general, you know, because we're not going to be able to fix these problems overnight. I'm not going to be able, but if I can make a small change, that's what I'm here to do. That's what I want to do. And so what I'm getting at is I appreciate you, you know, taking the time to, whether you think it or not, having an impact on my life by watching you grow, and, you know, just simple stuff like helping me in jiu-jitsu, or, you know, watching you be a father to your son, things like that. So I thank you for that, really, honestly.
Well, dude, I got to thank you too. You won't believe this. You know, there was an event that happened. I'm not going to go into details, that made me make a decision to go and buy these multiple properties. And I get that motivation from you. I watched what you did from Slatter to Gnarly, you know, by nature. I saw that transition. I get that motivation from like the Joe Brigman, the Gary Williams, the Jesse Robinsons, you know, those guys, they motivated me to make a change. I had to make a change. I made that decision, and I took a piece of all your games and did that. That was a big inspiration for me to do that.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I think that hopefully when people turn this on and watch it, they're not just focusing on the ridiculous shit that I say, but understand that this is who I am. And, you know, I'm just trying to be a better human, you know, and I'm not perfect. And I say ridiculous shit. But guess what, man?
This is what people, right?
Yeah, you don't want to really know what
No, you really don't want to know what goes on in our heads.
But I'm grateful we have guys around that we can say the stupid shit to, and we're not saying it to people that, you know, that we're, you know, trying to hurt or offend or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's awesome about our community.
And dude, I love our, you know, the professors that we have, our team owners. Believe it or not, there was one time, it was this year, I just had a rough night's sleep, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay at home, stay in the bed. And Bobby Linda Mood posted something. He's at the gym. It was, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, fucker. It's like, I sent him a text right then. I was like, dude, you just motivated me to get off my ass and go do something. I got work to do.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, man. And dude, I love our conversations. I love my conversations I have with professors, especially after class or what. We talk about all kinds of stuff. We spend like a whole nother hour just talking about whatever. And sometimes I bounce ideas off of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just pick each other's brains.
Yeah.
It's just a wealth of knowledge. So I love, you know, like I said, I love my teammates, man. I love my school.
Yeah, that's great. It's awesome. So for anybody listening, get your bitch ass off the couch and come train with us at RMNU-NC. Shout out to Steve Snyder, Hobson, all the awesome people at our school. We love you guys. And we're going to wrap this one up. We'll catch you next time.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.